Where was I? Dracula. Okay, see, like this customer right here bought 5 tapes. I don't know why he didn't add one more. So I put a nice little note in there and just reminded him, said, "Hey, bud, you bought 5. If you would have just picked another tape, you would have got it for free because he paid for 4 of them." Izzy, today's show, I just kind of wanted to talk about putting your eBay store on break as far as shipping goes. So did pretty good last year and afforded enough to take a ski trip with my family and used a lot of our money that we made to go on that trip. But while I was gone to New Mexico snow skiing, I didn't want to have to worry about shipping packages out. So what I did was let me load up my eBay store and I'll show you what I did. What you can do is set your store on vacation mode for streaming. But anyway, I'll find it here in a second. Store, oh, right here under your store tab, you just go down and you go to time away. So time away, you can edit your time away. It says has one selection you can pause your sales for up to 30 days while you're away. So pretty much it just shut down your store. Um, this one says allow sales for up to 15 days while you're away. What this pretty much means is you're pretty much turning your delivery off. People can still purchase from your store. I was going to look at shipping preferences. Yeah. I've just been running into a lot of deals with eBay that I didn't know about. And anyways, you can get way into the sauce on eBay, but it's really not that hard. Like I said, go to selling and go to your store and set time away. So yeah, and you can put a message on there too that says, "Hey, I'm taking a week off. I'm going snow skiing with my family. Feel free to order things, but I won't be able to ship it until this date." So pretty much that's what I did. I think I did it before. I did it like 2 weeks before Christmas because I didn't want people's Christmas items that they're ordering for presents um, to maybe not get there by Christmas Day. So I turned off shipping like 2 weeks before Christmas. That way there was all sales, all my December sales were done. People could still buy stuff, but it wasn't going to ship off till after the new year. So anyway, I turned my store back on after our ski trip around. I think I actually waited till January 1st, waited till New Year's Day. And then, of course, I had, a dozen or 2 dozen or so sales or whatever during that time. So when I did flip my store back open on the 1st, I had to package and list and send all the orders that were pending. So nice way to start the new year too, with some sales in the bank and getting the ledger way on the positive side. I used that to buy more supplies. I bought some more poly mailers, just things, bubble wrap, all that stuff. And when you do have a eBay store subscription, you get coupons every quarter to use on eBay for like packaging supplies and whatnot. So I think it's a $25 off coupon, or I think that's right. So, anyways, yeah, I ordered like $50 worth of like poly mailers and stuff, and got that automatically just taken off of the order. So you have to use eBay approved vendors, but it's easy, and I'll probably make another video showing y'all how to do that. But I just wanted to, kind of talk about taking some time off because um, I work a full time job and then I do this kind of on the side. And just when I have time, I'm pretty structured and routine. So But to be able to just step away from my online retail store, there does take some planning that goes into that. So, just a few topics I want to talk about, so you don't have to worry about your store while you're on vacation with your family and doing stuff. The first thing you got to do is have an organized inventory system, because when you get back, you need to be able to find those items quickly, get them packaged, and get them shipped out of the door. And it makes so much more sense every day if you just have a regular system of how to find something and get it listed. So I'll walk you through. I just sat down and listed some tapes earlier, and man, they sold fast. I think I listed them for a little too cheap, but let's go back to the main page, and it should tell me that I have a couple items. Yep, see, I have 2 people have paid, ready to ship. So let me just walk you through that. And this is what I talk about by having your inventory system organized and having a system for how to ship quickly and have it all done. I'm going to show you how fast it is just to package and ship these 2 orders that I have. So I'm going to click on the item. Okay, so I had 2 different sales, 2 different VHS tapes. The first one I have is VHS box D1. I keep it in a box. Every tape sits inside of a box that holds 22 tapes. So this one is VHS box D1, and then this other one is VHS box D4. So I'm going to go grab those tapes real quick and be right back. Okay, that's how quick it was. I just walked over to the boxes that they were in, scanned through, found the tape, get the other box, got it, picked it up, and the movies that we have sold are some really good ones. We got Dune, classic sci-fi movie. It should be in every science fiction collector's collection. And then this one, I didn't think it would sell so fast. It sold within an hour of listing, and I had it listed pretty high. I had it listed for like $12.50. So, anyways, it's Tremors 4. We all remember the original Tremors. This one is actually kind of a prequel, goes back before the history of the original Tremors, and I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was going to, but it sold too quick. So, what do? I got to get it shipped out and get it sent out the door. So, all right. So first thing we got to do is package these up, and I'll be back here on my station for just a minute, but I'll show you the results when I'm done. Okay, kind of show you what I did. I got just a little 1 square of bubble tape, and I wrapped it around the tape. I put painter's tape on there, that way they can peel it off real easy. They can use this bubble wrap again if they gotta ship something. So then, I kind of like, I hope that they reuse. I do. Whenever I get bubble wrap and stuff in the mail, I always reuse it in other packaging. So then what I'm doing, I got these fancy yellow poly bags for the cheddar, right? So I'm just going to fold that up in there, and what this is going to do is it's going to keep that tape waterproof. Right now our country is going through some crazy winter storms, and then we're going to roll into the springtime. It's not going to be good keeping tape. So then I get these eBay padded envelopes that I bought with my store coupon. These were absolutely free with my store coupon. Another reason, if you pay the store subscription, always get your coupons. Okay, so now I got Dune. Just going to put Dune on here because Once they are in here, they're in here. You're not opening that back up. So I'll put that there and let me get this other one done. Oops. Flip to that page. Again, you don't have to be real fancy. We're just trying to get it waterproof. Oh, forgot my little tapey tape. Okay. So again, I'm going to put this in there. Oh, and I forgot to show you, but every time I send out a tape, I put one of these in there. If they just buy one tape from me, they're paying me a premium price on that tape. I run a special on my store that's buy two get one free. So I always want to put this little mailer in with the tape. That way they know when they return to my store, hey, you can save a lot of money if you buy 3 at a time. I know this person was probably just jumping on a good deal. He saw this tape for probably next to nothing. But anyway, just want to throw it in there. It's also got a QR code on it, so he can just hit it with his phone and it'll take it straight to my White Cheddar Sales eBay store. So, okay, got the second one packaged up. Let's go ahead and print out the shipping labels. And I'm kind of doing this behind the scenes, but it's pretty straightforward. You just put in the weight, and actually it's already set. My weight's already set. Always bump it up to about 10 ounces. I actually don't weigh that much, but I do have a digital scale sitting back there that I could weigh them out, and I do when I sell multiple tapes once it gets over 1 pound, 2 pounds, you know. But anyway, yeah, just go ahead and I'm going to purchase this shipping label. And my computer's old, you guys. It's like a $25 computer I bought from a garage sale, but it allows me to do this pretty easy. Plus stream at the same time. 25 bucks, can't go wrong. Okay, select my Rollo printer. Looks like this one is going to San Ramon, California. That's cool. I sell a lot of tapes out there on the West Coast and the East Coast. It's crazy, but that's where a majority of all my tapes go. Well, it just depends. It depends on what they buy. Okay, so Dune is going to California. Bam. There you go. You got a premium product and dependable service every time with my customers. So it's not going to get wet. It's protected. And it'll go out first thing in the morning. Fast shipping, always. So let's go ahead and close this one. I'm kind of working behind the scenes here. I don't want you to kind of be doxing people on the internet. So we'll go back, and then trimmers 4. I'm going to get a shipping label for that one. And I'll go ahead and bump that up to 10 ounces. You can go all the way up to 15 ounces, and it's the same price. Media mail goes in rates of pounds. 1 pound, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one changes a little bit higher in price, but it doesn't matter how many ounces in between. Okay, go ahead. This one is going to, let's see, Rhode Island, another East Coaster. So that's going way up there, and they just got hit with a major winter storm. So hopefully it will be thawed out by the time the U.S. Postal Service transfers it to Rhode Island. So I'm gonna say good luck. I mean, I don't. It should be there by. It might be there by this weekend. Let's see. It's only Monday. So that's it. Easy peasy. Both these will go out in the mail in the morning when I make my mail run for work. And happy customers all around. So yeah, being organized. What did that take me? That just took me maybe 5 minutes to ship those 2 tapes, to go get them out of my inventory, get the labels printed, get them shipped. It didn't take me very long at all. So you can imagine come back from a ski trip and you're like, you got 27 things to package. You need to be able to get to them, and you need to be able to get to them easy. That just eases your mind. When you're on vacation, you're not worried about, oh man, I got all these orders building up. So I will say on my vacation, I did check. I have notifications for every time I get a sale, so I can get the cha-ching. So that's the only notification I put on my phone. That, and if I get a message from a user of eBay, a customer, whether they've bought something or they're just asking a question. Those are the only 2 notifications I get on my cell phone. So I just like walking around and hearing cha-chings randomly. It's still a cool feeling years after doing this. So that's another tip that I'll give you when you're away on vacation. Don't check your phone every 5 hours. Just set it away and go check your phone for 30 minutes. Check your eBay, check your email, check your work folders, whatever, but don't spend a lot of time worrying about work and this stuff. You're on vacation. It's time to relax. So another tip is just set sales notifications and message from customers. That's all you need to do. The other thing is making sure that you have all your supplies on hand that you need in stock. Like I said, I get those padded envelopes from eBay. If I don't use their coupon to get their eBay brand ones that they sell, there's some pretty low cost operators. I think I got my cost down to 39 cents. That's for the poly mailer, the padded envelope, the mailer insert, and a square of bubble wrap. So all in, my shipping's right at $5 to ship 1 VHS tape. Now, if I ship 2, 3, if I ship more than one, if I ship 3 or 6 or 9, because people are buying the buy 2 get 1 free, which stacks. So if they buy 4, they get 2. If they buy 6, they get 3. If they buy 9, I don't know. If they buy 10, you know what I'm saying? It stacks on top of it. So I have some customers. I had one the other day that bought like 12. Matter of fact, let's just jump in and look at my sales for the past week or so. So, I just got these 2 sales. These will be my last 2 sales for the week. It closes out. But let's go to paid and shipped. These are items that I've paid and shipped. So let's kind of look at what sold. Of course, we got the Doom and the trimmers. They both sold. Doom sold for $9.48, and trimmers sold for $12.48, so $12.50. Okay, before that I had Dracula 2. Again, customer just bought 1, so $7.48. That's the lowest price I go. So if you figure $7.48 and then $5 I have to pay for the shipping, that leaves $2.50, right? So out of that $2.50, eBay takes their fees out of it, which is like $1.88. So in all reality, off this 1 tape that I sold to this customer, I only made 98 cents. 98 cents on selling 1 tape. But that's all right, because I put the buy 2 get 1 free mailer in there, and hopefully that customer will be like, man, he got this shipped fast. It's in good shape. It's a premium product. And he'll come back to my store and he'll buy 3 from me, or he'll buy 6 from me, because that's where I make my money. If I sell 3 tapes, it costs the same amount to ship 3 as it does 1, pretty much. So even though you're giving away a free tape, what happens is the value goes up. Off of that 1 sale, I'll make like $7 to $10 or $7 to $11. If they buy like 9 tapes, I'll make like $20 off of it. So that's the name of the game, is we're trying to get people to come back and buy a quantity of tapes at once. So, but I got no problem selling 1 tape at a time. My margins are set to where I don't lose money. I just make a buck. But factoring in on the cost of these VHS too, I get my VHS tapes for damn near nothing, usually 10 to 25 cents. 10 cents to 25 cents a tape. So you figure that dollar I made, it was, you know, 25-cent cost on that. No need of. Oh, what? Let's see what else sold. Let's go to paid and shipped. Where was I? Dracula. Okay, see, like this customer right here bought 5 tapes. I don't know why he didn't add one more. So I put a nice little note in there and just reminded him, said, hey, bud, you bought 5. If you would have just picked another tape, you would have got it for free, because he paid for 4 of them. So he should have picked one more tape. So I might send him a coupon, just let him know. Next sale, this person bought 6. So they bought 4 tapes and they got 2 free. So the 2 tapes on here were pretty. They bought, let's see, they bought Stripes with Bill Murray, Firebirds, old Nicolas Cage movie, Major League, it's a good one, comedy with Charlie Sheen. This one, Vision Quest, I've never seen it, but it has Madonna in it. I think it was like one of her first movies. So anyway, somebody noticed that and picked it up. Universal Soldier, always a good seller with Jean-Claude Van Damme in it. Good sci-fi movie, early 90s. And this one I found, I didn't think it would sell, but, you know, with He-Man coming back into the picture with the new He-Man movie, I had this copy of He-Man. It didn't have the case to it. It just had the front card cover of the case. So I put it into like an old Kodak sleeve, and of course let the people know that, hey, this is the tape. And the tape was pretty rough too. You can see the background, or the border of the tape. It was little crumbly. So anyways, but yeah, they picked that up. I sold that one for I don't know, I had it listed for like $12 or whatever. But anyway, you can see, like, when they buy 6 at a time, they paid $53.88. So if I look at my profit on somebody buying 6 tapes from me, it goes up to 25. See, I made $24.50 off that. So after shipping, eBay fees, which are crazy, I mean, but they are what they are. I don't have a million customer platform to bring in the amount of traffic, so I don't mind paying the eBay fees. I just wish they were a little bit lower, but I work within my margins. If they go up, I got to go up. It's just the nature. But all those fees and the shipping and all that is baked into the price of one VHS tape. So, but like I said, you sell 6 tapes, you know, at a time, you're looking at $24.50 profit. So if I sold 6 individual tapes to 6 individual customers, I would only made like $6. So I hope you see how that works on there. So anyways, yeah, let's go back. Where'd it go? Just hit my back button. Maybe that'll work. So yeah, that was a good sale. Okay, this customer bought 9 tapes from me. Let's go ahead and look at their order. Got Total Recall on there. Seen Schwarzenegger, great movie. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, another great one. The Mummy, and just some good picks. I really like this customer's picks on this one. So Men in Black, you can tell they're building a collection. They're filling up their VHS shelves right now, so I really appreciate them. The Haunting, that's a good scary movie. Virus, sci-fi movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. Dragonheart, another great one. Just some good picks. Westworld, I found this Westworld tape, and it's the old Westworld video, not the HBO special or what we're used to now, but yeah, the original Westworld. Just a good sci-fi classic cult, if you know what it is. And then Moulin Rouge, so a great. Looks like they're starting their collection. So I hope they buy more tapes from me. I remember this was a pretty big order. I shipped it out. But yeah, off 9 tapes, I made $35.70 for those 9 tapes. So you see how bulk orders, you make more money by doing that. So that's the name of the game, volume, law of averages. Let's see what else. Monster Man was a classic B-rated movie from the early 2000s. It actually sold for $17.98. So Here's an instance where you have kind of a more rare tape and not a whole lot of copies on eBay, so you set your price higher because it's more sought after. It's kind of like baseball cards, I guess. But yeah, see, off this one tape, I made $9.70. So just $9 off one tape. So you can make money off selling just one tape. It's got to be the right tapes. What else? What else? Had a customer, War of the Worlds. That was the old War of the Worlds movie that they had re-released on VHS tape. Jerry Springer, Ringmaster. That was a good one. These are just common tapes. 748 for that one. 798 on this Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Again, all these people who just buy one tape, I make sure to put in the mailers that let them know you can buy two and get one free. So, oh, I know what that War of the Worlds tape. What happened was I had a customer that bought two, get one free, right? And they paid for it. And before I mail these tapes out, I'll test them and make sure they're good. The tapes earlier I tested and they were good. But one of the tapes had an issue with it, so I knocked off $10 off of her order and sent her a message and said, "Hey, this tape's it's not going to work. It failed on testing, and I'm refunding you $10." And I'm also going to send you a $10 coupon code in your messages on eBay so that you can pick another tape for, you know, the same amount. So she could just pick another tape. So it happens. Sometimes tapes just, for whatever reason, I think this one had a loose screw on the case or something, and it just got bound up. I could probably fix it, but it's really not worth the time to sit there and fix the tapes. So, but anyway, she picked out a different movie. She picked out that War of the Worlds tape. So glad I could make her happy, and she left great feedback. We'll go look at the feedback real quick because we've been killing it. I got my top rated seller back. It's hard when you first start. If you get one negative feedback out of like 200, it's going to knock you down to like a 97% sell. And I had a negative feedback because a customer had bought something and it was during the time I was transitioning inventory, and I forgot that I left that item in inventory even though it got moved to a different store that I was selling it through. So anyways, wasn't able to complete that sale. Explained to him, I'm sorry, but that item wasn't in our inventory. I'm going to have to refund your money. So she left me a negative. It's fine. It is what it is. But when you only have like 200 or 300 customers, if you get one negative feedback, it'll drop you down to like a 97 or whatever. So it caused me to lose my top rated seller, which gives you a little bit better pricing and stuff, but it's taken me a while to get it built back up. But you can see now I'm back up at 98.2%, and that's just people leaving me feedback and leaving me, hey, good, thumbs up. So anyways, these negative feedbacks will fall off after a year. I could, whatever. I try not to worry about it too much, but I do believe you get a little bit more discount on your fees if you're a top rated seller. So, you want to try to do the best you can on taking care of customers, but 1 out of 300, that's an incredible rate of happy customers. So I think eBay has fixed that a little bit. They're automatically setting feedbacks now for when sales are complete and everything goes smooth. I think you get more credit now for those. Even though people don't leave feedback or any response, I think eBay still is giving you a positive scoring for that transaction. So just stick with the game, just do the best you can, and don't worry too much about, what if somebody leaves you a negative feedback. It's going to happen. So anyways, yeah, that lady actually bought 3 tapes from me that I had that mistake on. She ended up leaving me 3 positive feedbacks, 3 different great feedbacks. So again, that helped boost my score up a little bit. This person's like, thank you. Tape came in great condition. Shipping was fast and the packaging was great. The movie itself is really interesting and I love it. The only version that I've seen was the 2005 version, but this one is great as well. I recommend this seller. So, anyways, yeah, that was that War of the Worlds tape. So, um, and I try to like leave little personalized notes and stuff in there too. Like these cards are great because on the back of them are blank, and you can just handwrite a note. Said, "Hey, great pick. I really like this movie," and sign it Cheddar and send it to them. And they really appreciate those messages too. It lets them know that they're dealing with a real person and not just some conglomerate, you know. So again, part of that dependable service that you always want to offer in your stores. So yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys do when you take time off or you go? Say you want to take a week off. Do you set time away? Do you? Um, how do you handle that? And if I'm pretty sure you do, but do you do it more than a week? Like I went 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks on shut my shore down store my shipping down. So that's kind of how I handle vacation. This was the first one where I was going to be gone for an extended amount of time. Usually it's just like 2 or 3 days. It's not that big a deal, you know. But you can just set time away for a weekend, and you know, so you don't even have to worry about it. But the way my weeks work out is I'm off from my main job on the weekend. I mean, I'm still on call, but I'm off on the weekends. So usually Saturday morning, I make one more run to the post office and get out any orders that are left. And then I don't worry about eBay till Monday morning. I don't package. I don't do anything until Monday when I have my mail run. So that's kind of how I've been handling it. If you stayed with me this long, I'd like to jump into what do we call it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'll be listing these tapes this week, and these are kind of my 20 new releases I got. The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. Armageddon is a classic for any collection. Bruce Willis, a great sci-fi movie. Hard to Kill. Is that what that one is? I can barely see it. Cold Sweat. I think I can barely read that. Anyway, what was that one? That was a Steven Seagal. There's Hunted. Benicio del Toro. It's in that one. This was some kind of Nazi-looking old B-rated VHS tape. Cool. Ray Stevens was an old comic back in the 90s. Kind of goofy, but whatever. Another Steven Seagal movie, it looks like. Alvin and the Chipmunks. I think that was a Bigfoot or Sasquatch or one. I don't know. Remember the Titans. Denzel Washington. Dude's never made a bad movie at all. Cruel Intentions 3. Never seen it. The first movie was great. Another copy of The Rock. I actually had 2 copies of The Rock for some reason end up in this batch. So, Curse of the Jade, Scorpion. It's classic. What else we got? This I can't remember this one. Never seen it. Something about something that time forgot. Silence of the Lambs. That's all I'll say. The Great Outdoors classic summer spring one. Add this to your collection. John Candy's great movie. Dan Aykroyd. Power Rangers. The Green Power Rangers miniseries is actual one part 2. American Tail. Five Goes West. Great one. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Add that. Mark the price up a little high. I'll mark it down closer to winter. Another copy of The Rock. Like I said, I think we're back. And yeah, back to Armageddon. So look, hop on over to my eBay store. Check out those tapes along with all the other ones. I'll be listing every week. Up to 20 titles a week. Sometimes it's 40, 50. It just depends on how much time I have and how much I actually want to do this. But it's been good for me. Been racking it up. And as always, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. Leave a comment in the description down below. Really helps out my channel's algorithm. And until next time, thanks for watching.